It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Hello. I think we need more light or a little less blue. I don't know. I guess you and I got the blue memo today. I didn't realize if I was sitting next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Little blue, a little dark, but they're gonna, and we've got the blue background. Look. Who knew? I don't know. I guess we got the blue memo. Sally, that must mean something in blue. Anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day. It's May 5th. Happy birthday to my daughter. Today she's 33. I can't believe I have a 33-year-old. That's just crazy in itself. But happy Monday, Freddie and some of our crew. They're up in Melbourne Beach at Cheers on the Beach. So you're going to be hearing from them in a little bit. They're going to be showing you our latest annex studio. Everyone's been asking me what's happening in Boynton, what's happening in Melbourne Beach. The studio here in Boca is staying. We are here. Everything is set up. But we have the amazing opportunity to be setting up some ancillary studios as pop-ups. So there's one in Boynton Beach. There's one now, Cheers on the Beach, with our good friend JoJo on the Go-Go. So she's going to be doing a whole lot of things up there if you're in Melbourne. And then we can cross-pollinate, as they say, cross-collaborate, which will be fun. That's so funny. I didn't realize we were matching until we just sat on camera. And I've been with you since 9 o'clock this morning.
I noticed this morning, I was like, wait a minute, is that a blue or a black? And then I was like, you know, me and Dawn had the same memo.
I know. A huge thank you to our crew. We had a great event here Friday night. It was our second fundraiser this year, actually, for our AMP Media Futures Foundation. And we are just about at $6,000. So I'm so excited. Thank you for all of your offerings and your support. We're having a new air filter put in right now from Revive Air. So you're going to see the commercial. He's in installing it, which is going to be clean, plasma cleaned air every time you come into the studio, which is going to be incredible. And a huge thank you to you, because Karen came in on Saturday and cleaned everything, so it's all nice and fresh. Our crew stayed late Friday night and put the equipment back together. Then they left. And it takes a village, so thank you for all being part of our village and what we get to do every day to bring some joy and happiness.
It was so beautiful, and the energy in here was very, bright and fun. The band played at the Candela.
They were fantastic, weren't they?
They were very good.
People were watching and going, now she can dance. Look at the sweat on her back. I'm like, that's how you can tell if someone can dance. They were measuring your sweat. I'm like, okay.
No, but they had, that was amazing how they had the trumpets and the bungalows or the drums and stuff. It was so much fun, and the energy was very beautiful.
So a lot of good stuff. We're a little bit off to a late start. We're going to get right into this because one of our producers, Courtney, she just graduated, but she has a piece that she wants to do before she heads to work on the ice truck today. So I want to head right over to Courtney and see what she's got over on that side.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the conclave and what that means. If you don't know what that means, it's how you pick a new pope, because Pope Francis has recently died. But before I talk to you about it, we have a clip we're going to play about it. So let's play that.
The Vatican, where the conclave to choose a new leader of the Roman Catholic Church begins in just a few days, and ABC's Ines de la Catara is there. Ines, good morning to you.
Good morning, Will. And we are now in the final stretch before that secretive conclave begins. Today marks the final day of mourning for Pope Francis. To voting cardinals telling me this has been a time of deep reflection and prayer. This morning, the last cardinals making their way to Rome, with the Vatican saying 131 of the 133 cardinal electors are believed to have arrived.
You need a Superman.
Yes, yes.
The clerics being treated like rock stars, mobbed by reporters tracking their every move and making headlines around the world.
We sat down with Haitian Cardinal Chibli Langlois, who will be voting in the upcoming conclave appointed by Pope Francis in 2014. He tells us the cardinals are spending time getting to know each other and listening to the challenges each is facing, but that he hasn't seen any of the rumored alliances forming. He wouldn't tell us who he's voting for, arguing he thinks cardinals should stand united behind whoever the next pontiff is, but believes Pope Francis's vision of a more inclusive church must continue. Canadian Cardinal Courtney will also be voting. He's urging the faithful not to worry about who the next pope will be.
My message to them is please, please don't worry. We're doing our best to be in the hands of the Holy Spirit, and rather than worry, it would be good to pray.
In just a few days, both Langlois and Courtney will be voting here inside the Sistine Chapel, where final preparations are underway. That famous chimney installed on its roof, black smoke will mean the cardinals have yet to reach a consensus. White smoke will mean the world's 1.4 billion Catholics have a new leader.
And guys, there are now thousands across Italy playing a fantasy football type of game to try and predict the next pope. At the top of the list right now are the Italian cardinals, so people like Cardinal Parolin and Cardinal Zuppi, who are both close to Francis. I asked Cardinal Langlois if he could be the next pontiff, but he says that is in the hands of the Holy Spirit. Janae?
Fantasy football type of game, but we're glad that you asked whether it could be Jimenez. Thank you.
Who are cardinals, but only 135 of them are eligible to vote for the pope because you have to be under 80 years old in order to vote. The voting starts 15 to 20 days after the pope had died, so May 7th is the official date that was set for this new conclave to start. And how it works is basically the cardinals will lock themselves in the Sistine Chapel until 2/3 of a vote towards one of the new candidates for the pope is chosen. The black smoke, we will see if it comes out, means that there is not a new candidate selected, and that is just the burnt pieces of voting paper. And then if there's white smoke, that means a new pope has been elected. And I also have some fun facts about the conclave. The longest conclave lasted 1,006 days, which is just about 3 years, which took place in 1268.
Wow.
The cardinals go on strict diets to prevent secret messaging because in the past, foods like chickens or pies have been snuck in and snuck information from the outside in, and the cardinals aren't supposed to know what's going on the outside. So the nuns of the congregation, I believe, will now cook them the food and deliver everything to them. Let's see.
So I wanted to ask you, so what changes their mind, right? You have all of these cardinals, and they're all voting within each other. So how does it, and you know so much, you said you grew up learning this.
Yeah, I grew up going to Catholic school and church, middle and high school and everything. So I kind of just always learned about what it was. And I was in school when Francis was announced pope. So that was like a huge deal. It was I think it was a half day for us. We watched the live stream of it, and we didn't have any class until they got picked.
I saw the movie and I didn't realize it's so beautiful to be at the Sistine Chapel. Imagine being sequestered in the Sistine Chapel. But
yeah.
What changes their mind? I mean, obviously there's like politicking going on there.
And it's a lot of, from what I've read, it's a lot of prayer and just overall reflection. And I guess it kind of goes to personal morals and I guess how you see kind of Christianity, because it can be, they can talk to one another, I believe, but after a certain period, they'll be like completely cut off from one another, and they just have to vote until it's 2/3 majority.
Wow.
So why is it their age or they look like they're, more in their age than young.
Well, they've been there a long time. Imagine there's 131. Imagine being the last two to show up. Sorry, the conclave cannot start because you're late, or air traffic controller didn't let you off your plane, or something crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, so you can't vote on the Pope unless you're under 80, which is crazy. But to be a Pope, you actually don't have to be a cardinal either. You just have to be a single baptized Christian man, which I think is crazy.
They say you can be a woman, but there's never been one.
Yeah.
And there's no female cardinals, so they can't move up the ranks, but you're saying they don't need to be a cardinal.
Yeah, so I guess that's your loophole.
There's your loophole. It's interesting.
Yeah, and then the conclave will also increase Rome's population by 345% during the period of the conclave. So I thought that was cool too.
Tourism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine though being sequestered in the Sistine Chapel. It's so magnificent. You think they just look up in this gratitude and say, "Oh my gosh, this is so spectacular."
I think you would just lay there like,
Oh, it's incredible.
You mentioned types of food that they could eat. They can't. That's interesting too.
Yeah, it'll boil down to just like bread and toast and stuff like that. It's very simple.
Crazy.
It didn't say anything specifically, but I would kind of assume it's for like to stay on your task, and like you just need to be focused so you get as much
Sure,
nutrients
no
as you
alcohol
can.
is allowed.
Oh, for sure.
Wow. What do you find most interesting about this process?
I don't know. I think the whole process is just really interesting because it seems very civil, but I feel like there's no way it can be as civil, and we're just never going to get to know what it's like because they have constant security going around, going underground, going above the Sistine Chapel to make sure there's no
Switch the camera, Scott.
secret like cameras, secret microphones, nothing. So they always ensure that. So I think the most fascinating part is the fact that we'll never know really how it works and what really happens.
But I was wondering why the black smoke and the white. So the black smoke is when they're burning the votes because they
Yeah.
didn't make it.
They still burn the votes with the white smoke. They just add a different chemical because it's hard to differentiate between the smoke colors. So they make sure to add the white smoke.
I was wondering
into
about
it.
that too, how they did that. Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of, I didn't know Conclave. I wasn't brought up that way.
Yeah.
Until I saw the movie and I thought this is so fascinating, that the process of it and how there's politicking that goes on indoors, right, amongst each other, and there's gossip and all the things you shouldn't do.
So how do they house everybody? I mean, are they?
I mean, the Sistine Chapel is huge, and in Vatican City, that's where all the cardinals,
They're not
for the
allowed
most part,
out,
live.
So they have their own.
They're all locked in,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Oh, and also in the Sistine Chapel where Pope Francis was living, until a new pope is announced, his room will be crossed off and no one's allowed to go inside of it.
Wow, you're really interesting. Isn't this crazy?
It's fascinating.
Yeah, and like Francis, he didn't even want to have his funeral like the Pope way, I guess. He didn't want to be leaned up. He just wanted to be flat. He wanted to be remembered, and he wanted people to move on and pick a new pope.
Like a plain coffin. He didn't.
Yeah,
want all
he
the
didn't.
paraphernalia.
He didn't want any of that stuff, and that's why he was so loved. And I think this is going to be a longer than like a 2 to 3 day process, which is the average, just because of how progressive Francis was, and it's just going to be interesting to see if the entire Catholic community is going to follow that or regress a little bit.
They say it starts Wednesday and people want to get out by Friday. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's just hearsay, I suppose.
So they have no breaks in. I mean, they have breaks, I'm sure, during the process, but they don't like have a weekend off or anything.
No, so they'll have one vote in the morning and one vote in the afternoon for the 2 to 3 day period, or until someone is decided. But they're not allowed to leave the Sistine Chapel, so maybe the whole time they're not talking about it, but they're in there.
Are there
and they're
favorites?
locked down.
Are there favorites?
I'm sure there are. I don't know.
You know, it's not like the Kentucky Derby where journalism was the favorite horse to win. It came in second.
Yeah, a lot of people think that it's going to be another, they're hoping it's going to be either a Asian or South African pope due to the increase in popularity in the Southern Hemisphere. So that's a big...
Interesting.
I feel like you've flown in a spokesman for the Vatican.
Really interesting.
Yeah, I read this stuff for like an hour, and it kind of just...
Very, very interesting.
Interesting. Nice job. Thank you. Any other questions?
I was just thinking, do they have like vigilance where they're supposed to be in prayer for a whole straight week, or?
Maybe not a week, probably, but the reason that they have the 15 to 20 week period is because it's supposed to be after a week, you're kind of supposed to be done grieving them. Not I don't, that kind of sounds bad, but I think it's supposed to be like you get a week and then you have to move on and you have to get down to business as a cardinal. So they get the first week to really mourn and then they have to get into everything.
Interesting. Thank you. Nice job, Courtney. Nice job, crew. All right, we're going to take a first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to check in with Sally and head up to Melbourne Beach, see what the guys are doing. And Jay's up in the ceiling. I think she's in the rafters running wires. So more to come. We'll head over to Melbourne, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Home isn't just a place. It's where we grow, where we feel safe, and where we belong. At AMP Media Futures Foundation, students step into a second home, one that fuels their dreams. Here, students find their voice, their purpose, and a future filled with possibilities. But we can't do it alone. Join us May 2nd, 2024 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at our second fundraising event and help us continue creating opportunities for the next generation. Your support makes this home possible. For more information, donations, or to RSVP, visit Eventbrite. Together, we are building futures. Together, we are home.
Ding ding, here we are at the favorite chocolate store.
Sure's Chocolate. If you could have smell-o-vision in this space, oh my gosh. Tell us about Sure's Chocolate.
Well, we hand make almost everything in chocolate. We do it all in the back room here. We have a workshop back there. We just love what we do.
Everything's here from Easter bunnies to truffles to mints to, I see this toffee pretzel crunch.
It's probably our best seller. Everybody loves, when they come in, some people are a little grumpy when they walk in, but when they leave, they're happy. Everybody.
That's the way chocolate works.
Nobody ever leaves unhappy. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
If you can spell chocolate, you come here, they got it. It's everything.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. If you can see their faces on our crew and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk amazing.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to AMP2 Network. Today is May 5th and National Hoagie Day. A hoagie in question is a large sandwich made on a long, split roll, often with various fillings like meats, cheese, and vegetables. Hoagies are typically served cold and are often associated with Italian-American cuisine, using ingredients like Italian bread rolls, salami, and provolone cheese. In 1953, Italians working in the era of World War I packed their lunch and worked on assembly lines to provide provisions. They introduced the sandwich by putting different meats, cheeses, and lettuce between two slices of bread. It was referred to as the Hog Island sandwich, which they later shortened to the hoagie. Others believe that in the early 20th century street vendors called hokey pokey men created the sandwich. No matter the origin, people can agree that the hoagie is one tasty sandwich. Thanks for listening on the AMP2 network. Now let's get back to the show.
Wow, I had no idea. That's pretty interesting. Those sandwiches did look good, right? That was before people worried about eating carbs. That's why hoagies are so good. All right, I think Freddie's logging back in, but Brianna's here. She's got some breaking news.
Yes, there are massive worker strikes at Newark Airport in New Jersey. Newark Airport just built a whole new terminal, but they're not paying their workers proper wages. So my flight, along with 40 other flights, got canceled.
Wow. I'm glad you're still here. So while you're here, give us a kind of a wrap-up of Friday night.
It went really well. It was great to have everyone in one space, feel all the energy, and just show everyone what we can do.
Did you like what it was?
Oh, yeah. And the music was awesome. The different types of music, all the genres, I loved it.
Would you have changed anything?
No. I mean, always we can get a bigger venue and fill it with more people, but that's in the future, right?
But nice job. And you're looking at the donations and the sponsors. Huge credit to you. Truly.
Thank you.
So much. You went into so much hard work. Revive Air and the food and the raffle baskets and running around town picking up food on Friday and more raffle baskets and selling the raffle tickets. Really a huge credit to you. So thank you for all your hard work and everything you did. And to Revive Air as our platinum sponsor. They're here now putting in the air filter. They're here someplace. There's no air on right now, so it's getting a little warm, but hopefully they're going to do it quickly. Sally's comfortable.
I was cold. Now I'm going to get a little
But we made an ice box. But Brianna, thank you. We could not have done it without you for sure.
I'm grateful to be part of this.
That was amazing. And when we met you at FAU, maybe 6 months ago, I don't even know if it was, you hadn't even started graduate school yet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you had no thought of being in a production company.
I did not.
Not even close, but you're just amazing. Huge asset. And I have your cards, the PDF of them, so we'll take a look at those and get those printed so you don't have to fill your name out on them anymore. You're out doing so many great things. When are you leaving now?
In theory, tomorrow, but it depends on how the protests go. And the funny thing is that what my mom is most concerned about, because I'm going to see my friends, I'm supposed to come back on Saturday. My mom asked me like 5 times. She's like, Sunday's Mother's Day. Do you think you're going to be back by Sunday? Do you think you're going to be back by Sunday? I'm like, I hope I'm back by Sunday.
They're advertising not to go anywhere near Newark Airport right now. I heard that on the news.
It's just
exactly
Newark?
where I need to go.
It's just Newark? It's not
It's
the other
just-
New York airports?
No, as of now, it's just Newark. But it might, Sally made a good point, it might spread to other airports.
It may. I mean, that's not a psychic prediction.
That's just a Sally prediction?
That's a Sally prediction.
Wow. Well, we're glad you're here.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of great things. All right, do we have Freddie on the line? All right, let's, Karen, switch over. We got A2 and A4. So it's time to head on over to Melbourne Beach and see what they've got over at Cheers on the Beach. I hope you're going to bring me some of those potato chips home. Are you guys there? Are they logged out? They logged out?
Technical issues right now.
All right, we're going to see if we get them. But Cheers on the Beach up in Melbourne Beach. It's owned by our good friend JoJo. She also has Tavern of the Greens, which is on a golf course there, and we had an incredible weekend that was sponsored by a hotel, JoJo, and the golf course. And that went to our high bidder for selling auction. We got him? All right, let's bring him over.
The angle.
Wow, that's a nice shot.
That angle.
Yeah, doesn't look like him.
What are they, at a diner? Oh no, that's the restaurant.
Hi, JoJo. You guys turn their audio on.
I guess they can't hear us.
We're having connection issues on our end.
Can you hear?
On our end?
Yeah. Because they're fine. It's us who's glitching out.
Oh, it could be.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Oh, there you
Is your
go.
phone on Wi-Fi?
No, they got it. It's not on our end. Our end is perfectamundo. Can you hear us?
We hear you. What's happening?
How come you're so low?
Maybe you turn up your volume.
Hold on. All right, talk now.
How's it going over there?
Oh my
I hear
God,
saying,
I
how's
think
it going over there? Look, we're in slow motion. It's like we're digital.
Hey, JoJo, how's it going?
It's going good.
You gotta turn up your volume on your end. You're very low.
We're on it. JoJo, what's happening there?
They got stuff down, tiles down, all kinds of stuff going on here.
Who's in the
See?
ceiling? I see feet coming out of the ceiling.
You see the fish? It ain't Geo.
Show the cats.
Show us what's happening in the restaurant.
Kids.
So what we're doing is we're throwing wire for her to have everything. Now check this out. Check this out.
That's a camera.
So this is a 360 camera. It's gonna go up there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to remote control not only the cameras, but the sound, angles, everything. Everything will be able, except for lights, so she has to handle. Other than that, we'll be able to handle everything.
Wow.
Technology has come a long way. Hey, Jay, say hi.
Jalen having lunch?
We just finished lunch. Here comes the crew. Here comes the mountain men.
Ah, you got Gio there. Gato. How's it going, Gato?
Yo, he's like gradually making the camera go higher. Keep it level. Hello.
How's it going?
I got a big computer. This is what Freddie needs. This beast right here. This thing is heavy.
Nice.
We got a shark. Alright. I'm trying to see if I can get you to look at it.
Is it there?
Yeah, you got a shark.
Now they're all looking at the equipment, Dawn, and they're all criticizing it because now they all want the equipment. He has Geo mic'd up while he's taking film of all of this.
Very cool.
That's what we gotta do.
He's funny.
Gio that's Freddie's son?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And then Gato. Do it again, Gato. Let's see your face.
Geo, say hi.
Yeah, the camera pointed at him, right?
Yeah.
Hello, world.
How's it going, Gio? What's happening over there?
I can't hear that.
I can't hear him either. Here, fix it. They say it's on my side.
There. Yeah, just turn the volume up.
I did.
Nice job.
I don't hear Dawn.
I hear Don now. Yeah, you can hear
On the mics are off. Her mics are off. I'm telling you now. 5 and 6 are off.
I like to see her here. Oh, my bad for that jump scare, y'all.
No.
Don's mic is off.
Dawn's mic is off.
Can you hear the rest of us?
Yes.
I can hear you, but I can't hear Dawn's mic.
Is the light on yours?
All right, they're gonna go back to work because they can't hear you. Your mic's are off.
Don, do you want me to grab you a different mic?
Give Dawn your mic and let's see if that works.
It's all right. We're going to, we'll take a break and we'll figure it out. Nice.
I'm glad you guys like that reel.
Nice. I didn't even
It's one of our top viewed reels on the Instagram. I'm super happy about it.
Yeah, it's an amazing reel, and I got this very amazing snapshot from it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
Thank you, Gato. I appreciate that.
I tell you, God is he's such a clown. Such a clown.
I made that the cover. I made that the cover of the reel on purpose.
That ain't funny. What are you laughing at? Yeah. So how's it going for you guys there?
It's going pretty good. We're in the studio and everything's set up and comfortable and good for.
It's funny. I hear Karen and I hear
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Sally. Oh, the only one I don't hear is Dawn.
Oh dear.
Because I left the building.
Along with Elvis.
I left the building along with Elvis.
I don't think he can hear.
Oh, he just.
Oh, now he's frozen.
All right, we're going to take this back over to the studio. Have fun at Cheers on the Beach. At least it's not up his nose.
So how often are we going to be connecting with them?
Well, they should, but Cheers, hopefully more often, because they do a lot of events on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully we'll be able to do some fun things. Remember we were at the Colombian Puppy House and the guys were down in Miami and we could cross promote?
Yes.
So things like that. So JoJo can have the geek up there and we can be doing something here and be able to talk to them, which is a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's so cool.
I know. The food is delicious, so if you're ever in the Melbourne Beach area, check out Cheers on the Beach. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Sally Bernard, see what's happening today on Call Me Zena. So more to come. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions is proud to announce a collaboration with ABC WPBF, producing high-quality commercials for clients in Palm Beach County. This partnership will leverage Amp Media's creative expertise and video production capabilities with ABC's extensive reach and community connections to deliver top-notch advertising solutions. Contact Amp Media Productions today to amplify your impact in business on ABC WPBF.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years, doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with. Welcome to the Amp Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, Amp Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
And here we are at Dope Vegan.
Can you imagine?
West Palm Beach.
Only in Florida can you spend the week before Christmas outside listening to Christmas music and getting ready for a holiday lunch at Dope Vegan. Amazing.
It's unbelievable.
What a cool place, right?
What I like is we're going to have a snowball fight.
They might have like a grass fight. I'm looking at the menu and to see that everything is vegan. The Dope Burger has vegan cheese, burger, vegan bacon even. Yes. And then like, what is vegan bacon? No bacon, everything's tofu, sweet potato fries. The owner is incredible. They were one of the kind sponsors of the Amp Media Futures Foundation fundraiser that we had in the studio. So we thought, let's check it out. So check out all of this delicious food that's coming your way. Stop on by. It's at 175 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach. So it's right off of Southern and Military, right on the corner. You cannot miss it when you get off of the street. So come on by anytime you're in the area. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe Show and Amp Media sent you. Let us know what you think.
And don't be late.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On this day in 1260, Kublai Khan becomes the fifth ruler of the Mongol Empire, succeeding Mongke Khan. On this day in 1821, Emperor Napoleon dies in exile on the island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic Ocean. On this day in 1866, the first Memorial Day is celebrated in Waterloo, New York. On this day in 2023, the World Health Organization declares the end of the COVID-19 pandemic as a global health emergency.
Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May, as it translates from Spanish, is a Mexican and American holiday celebrating the victory of the Battle of Puebla on this day in 1862, where a smaller force of Mexican soldiers defeated a larger and better equipped French army. In the United States, it is celebrated as a broader cultural heritage day for Mexican Americans. Today, we celebrate Mexican Americans and their artistic, musical, and culinary contributions on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Sally, what's the 5-5 portal?
The 5-5
portal.
Oh, it's a
That
portal.
would be today. It's a portal.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, they're similar. You know what a portal
Yes.
is, right? So I really, unless my spirits come in and help me, I'm not sure what the 5-5 is, truthfully.
All right, we have to ask the spirits because someone
think
just
it's
sent that over.
Okay, it's something to do with a date, I'm feeling. I mean, yeah, but I just realized Cinco de Mayo is May the 6th. I've been listening to it forever and I never realized that. So my mind was
It
there.
says, all right,
Now
the
it-
5-5 portal, which occurs annually on May 5th, is
Yeah.
considered a powerful day in numerology and
Okay.
spirituality.
I was right.
Associated with change, freedom, and transformation.
Yeah.
It's believed to amplify these energies, making it a prime time for manifesting new beginnings and bold shifts in life.
Yeah, I knew it was a date or something. I mean, you caught me kind of, I wasn't quite there, but then they said it's a date, so it was 5-5, yeah.
So unlock the 555 portal on May 25th, May 5th, 2025.
Right.
So today, I guess, is a powerful day.
Wow.
Who knew? Good thing Piranha's not in the air. All right, Sally, what's happening with the world of psychic, your show, your website?
What happened on Friday when today's Friday. It was
Today's Monday.
Wednesday. I'm not here.
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday.
See,
And
I
this
make
is
you
just
good coffee.
plain coffee. Okay. No, I was sitting in this chair because I have a bad back, and it was packed in here. It was fabulous, fabulous evening. But like an hour or two well, 2 hours, I think, sitting on this chair, I said if they want to talk to me, they'll come over, and of course they did. So suddenly I said, I have to get up and find Dawn from nowhere. So I get up, I go into the other room. Sure enough, you apparently had just been talking about me. We were talking to a psychic, and that was incredible. It never ends, especially here in the studio. There's always this synchronicity.
Yeah, he
It's
came in
incredible.
with this amazing message. I kept seeing this gentleman post on our sites that he was coming and making comments, and I'd never met him. So he comes in and he's a psychic medium in his spiritual life, and then he's a nurse on his
Right.
an anesthesiology nurse on the other side of life. And he said he's in this space and he just feels like it's a protected, safe space and all the things. And so then I told him what we did. So it totally was in alignment with everything.
And
that
it's strange having all those people
he was
here.
sent, I know.
And I know you happened to be just talking to him when I think you said you were just talking about me, and
Yeah.
something told me, get up and go. I had no idea why I was coming over to find you. And there you are, we're talking to him. So even with a lot of vibrational energy, you can still tune in, because there was a lot of people here.
You totally did.
A lot of people.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, because you often think, and I'm not alone with that if there's all this energy, it's going to maybe interfere. But really it doesn't. I think it's more in our minds that we think there's so much going on. They can get through to you even when you least expect it, and especially even in a crowded room.
Totally. Brianna, I feel the air, so I guess he finished?
I haven't been able to find him since I got here, so
Somebody's
I tried to call
working
him
on
once. I thought I heard my phone. I thought maybe he was calling me back, but
No, the air came on. I was getting so warm in my mind that it was on.
She's getting warm in her mind.
It was on.
But I hear it, I feel it, so I guess he's finished. So maybe we're going to have clean air now.
So there's filter. Wait, we have something at home actually, don't we? It's a blue light of some kind. Is it a blue light?
This is a new special
Yes, it's a
plasma
new-
filter that we need to play the
Right.
commercial on so we can see the whole process of what
I think
he did.
this is a new thing. They're
It's
cleaning
super
the air.
innovative.
Right.
Really innovative. I know. So it was pretty amazing on the people that we got to meet Sally on Friday.
Crazy.
Did you enjoy Friday? I have to say, I have to give you a compliment. I feel like I'm the wizard where everyone gets like their powers back, the power that you always had. I didn't realize it had been 2 years since things had happened for you, and now look where you're at 2 years later. You proud
I
of
have to
yourself?
second
You should
that.
be really proud
You're
of yourself of
amazing,
where
Karen.
you were and where you are now.
What Sally said, like, you're an angel, but when I was here, scrubbing the floor, I was like, I was thinking, because Freddie had texted me, and he's like, when am I going to see you? And I'm like, since Segundo de Mayo is this Friday, I'm going to be in every single day. And I did that. And I helped before and after. So I do feel pretty proud of myself that I was able to.
But besides that, how do you feel about what you've accomplished in life for you? I mean, you clean beautifully. You take care of me in the studio impeccably. But for you as a person, you've grown and you've changed so much.
I've gotten a lot stronger. I do have to say that there is a spiritual guide, and like I had asked Sally, do we have fairy godmothers or, fairies, someone in the angelical world. And we definitely have a beautiful angel army taking care of us. So I feel that now. I've been able to let go a lot of the past, and just I'm present now with like what needs to be done, and helping out with the studio, and just I'm hoping I may host a show and come up again. And yeah, I feel like I'm on that path of life where I finally figured out that I don't have to be rebellious, and I don't have to be stubborn, and I don't need poison to help me feel good. I found the best solution to life is loving yourself, accepting yourself, and then you can help others.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
It's so amazing. I mean, when I said goodbye to you, I got the day right, Thursday. You were scrubbing the floor out here, getting glue off something. I come in Friday, and here you are, all dressed up, looking beautiful. I mean, she could do anything,
I
this
know.
lady, anything. And then we were talking about the piano just now. So you said, oh, okay, I'll go over and play something. This amazing music came out of the piano that you were playing on. It's incredible. She's incredible. She's done, come
Oh, yeah,
along.
100%.
Yeah.
It's amazing that when you quiet all the outside noise and you just listen to your heart will guide you in the right direction. And that's how I feel now.
It shows, Karen.
allowed. I have goosebumps.
Yeah,
I've allowed the positivity enter my life now, and out with the negative.
Was that a mindset? Did you have to really think about changing that for you?
Yeah, because even like I had recently talked to my doctor, and she's like, "I know you were stuck," and I felt that I was stuck in this sad story, in this sad feeling, and never thought I would get 100% better. But then it was like something just clicked, and it was like, okay, you know what? Life is beautiful. And I don't have to worry about anything else anymore because I've done my due diligence, I've paid my price, I've suffered enough in my history to now look at everything and be like, whoa, like, okay, I was pretty awesome. I took one for the ladies, and I, like, you know, had to be this little girl who grew up too fast, but then all of a sudden I found all this potential and beauty. So it is kind of like a Disney story with the moral is never give up.
Exactly.
And you are. Yeah, she's like a hurricane. When Karen comes in and cleans, it's like Pigpen, and the dirt goes flying and everything. Next thing you know, she's in this beautiful dress, and her makeup on, her hair is back, and then the next day she's cleaning again, and then she comes back Monday morning and she's putting furniture together, and really.
She's doing everything. I mean, up to playing the piano just
You've
now,
made such a
which is
huge
incredible.
difference, positive difference in my life and in the studio and the impact of the studio. So I thank you so much for choosing you, because you had to choose you before you could come back and help others, right? You had to put your own oxygen mask on you.
Yes.
And then you could help others.
And yes, because that's the power I feel in here that all of us women give each other. Like, you got this. I was talking to Brianna when we were picking up the food on Friday, and I'm like, you know, you're your best hero. You get yourself, you know, where you want to be, not where someone else thinks you should be. You follow your dream. And that's we do that here, and it's beautiful.
They're working hard.
I'm gonna cry.
And everyone's come so far. And Sally, see, you teach us so many things.
Well,
look at all these generations we
we're
have
all
in
in
one
the
room.
right place at the right time. Each one of us contribute to that, Dawn. You know, it's not just one person. There can be one person that says something, and we all open up, I guess, to bring in spirit. And that's exactly what they just told me to say.
You know, it's funny. I knew my mic wasn't going to work because I knew that box wasn't on. And I'm thinking, I'm going to have faith that the mic box is on. And sure enough, as soon as they told me it wasn't working, I knew why. But if I had listened to what I heard and actually checked the boxes and gotten off my seat, I would have known it beforehand. But I just figured it had been checked and double checked, and I was just hearing the wrong message. But nope, apparently I was hearing the right message, and the box was not on, which is why my mic was not on. So we got to follow the messages.
Definitely. It's just really listening. I call it your inner self, what's coming from our higher self.
Hold the mic closer.
It's to listen. That with anything. And I use the example of traveling in a car, and you feel you should go a different way. People don't always listen to that. Anything. It tells us all the time. Well, I mean,
Perfect example of my mistakes, and since I made the mistake, I was able to fix it. But not everyone gets the lessons.
No, and everybody
that life
at different
teaches.
times in their lives. But you know what? The most important thing is that you see it now, Karen, and anybody that's going through anything. I've been through a lot in my life, but we look at it differently afterwards. You know, we've gone through it, yes, and there will always be something. It's how you handle it.
Because change is not easy. Like,
No.
it's hard on you. You have
Exactly.
to want to, and you have to push yourself to do it.
You've got to start loving yourself first, no matter whatever you've done or whatever it is. If you begin to really care about yourself, then you can care for others. But you've got to have yourself. You've got to care about yourself first. As you said, it's like putting the mask on in an airplane. It's no different.
You've changed a lot, Brianna.
I'm trying to. I mean, now that we're on the topic, I came to Florida not in the best of situations. So it was nice coming here and just being exposed to this community, and I'm just really looking to continue getting myself on track and develop and grow, and now I'm getting my master's and trying to be better both professionally and personally. So
I was laughing because Friday I had to take care of some business at the end of the night.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of us in here, right? Including a lot of guys. And then there's 5 foot me in my flats taking care of what I had to take care of. And I'm thinking, really? Like, I'm doing this? And they listened, which I was grateful for. But I'm like, that's just like the weirdest change, because normally I would have asked someone else to take care of it, and I thought someone else was going to take care of it, but then I had to take care of it, and Danny's like, that's Mama Bear for you. I was like, I just don't have time for people that are going to treat people the wrong way. Like, if you're going to treat someone not right in our studio, in our home, you got to go. And that's as eloquently as I said it, then it's time for you to go.
Having entered this studio over 3 years ago, everyone who steps foot in the door has a reason why they're here. And it's amazing how you've been able to accept what you've been taught, like delegate the work, let other people help, make sure you express that you need help with some things. And it's like everyone comes together. And the beautiful thing that I felt for the Segundo de Mayo event was all the students, all the interns, everyone here had a project, had a job. Everyone did it. Everyone got it done. Everyone helped. Everyone put it together. Everyone helped take it down. And it's like, it's so amazing when you see how you've allowed so much positivity and beautiful people to be here now, because there's no negative energy in here. And it's like...
Well, if there is, you can disperse it. That's the good thing.
Yes.
Because, I mean, everywhere, I guess when there's people coming in, but the majority of people are very, I mean, it's just incredible. I second everything you just
You gotta laugh, because we got these huge pinatas hanging from Brianna's head that we should really like put on the show or something, because they're hilarious. I didn't realize there would be like pinata stores that got them, knows where they are. I don't think we have pinata stores in Boca.
Probably Party City, right?
I've never seen them that big.
I never even noticed
Walmart. That big?
At Walmart, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I never even
That's
noticed
where
them. Yeah,
Andrew said he got them at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
What, we have a donkey and a bull, which is hilarious. We should really have put it on the show for today. We'll have to take a post and show everyone in honor of Cinco de Mayo. Oh my gosh. All right, shall we wrap this up? So, nice job to you. I've seen the change, and I'm really, really proud of you. We just got to believe. I think you're believing more in yourself.
That's the goal. Like
Right?
I said,
For
it's not
anybody.
easy.
It's not easy at any age. Sally will tell you. Because
But
Sally's
Brianna,
not the
she's
same age
always
as you.
up and happy. I've never seen you really like, oh, I'm having a bad day, even if you are. You don't, I have never noticed it.
I try to hide it, which is probably
That's
not
good.
always the best.
No, it's
but-
good. It's good. Thank
You ready to go? You got more? Another one? Oh, we got one more piece. All right. I guess we've got another piece that they put together. So let's see what they've got. I love it. That was amazing. Nice job, G-Man. I was wondering what he was working on all morning. All right, so that was a brief recap of the music that we had here on Friday night, which was amazing. So much fun. All right, Josh gets more mellow every time I see him. He's just chill all the time. Must be the new girlfriend. I don't know. Jalen, Josh, you guys were incredible. The FAU Latin Salsa Band, amazing. Cece, thank you. And to Ray Gordon and everyone else that performed that night, amazing job. All right, shall we wrap this up?
Awesome.
We got things to do. It's already May, so it is not summer yet in South Florida, but we do have two new satellite studios, one in Boynton Beach and now one up in Melbourne Beach. So it's a whole lot of fun happening here in South Florida. Let us know how we can help amplify your impact in business. Give us a call, 888-994-4995 Studio A, and check your inbox. Huge thank you went out to each and every one of you for helping us with Segundo de Mayo. Shall we wrap this up, Karen?
Yeah.
All right, more to come. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Tune in today at 2:30 to Call Me Zena with host Sally Bernard. And then at 4 o'clock today, we've got
Ed.
We've got Ed Salazar.
Yep.
So more to come. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.